Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this channel, I touch on all types of topics, but I try and give a financial spin on all of those topics. In this video, I'm going to talk about why so many people aren't building wealth. Why aren't you becoming wealthy? Why aren't you slowly and gradually building wealth? Well, it's because you're doing things that only make someone else wealthy. Let's start. Here's the first thing that people are doing that only makes others wealthy. It never makes you wealthy, it only makes others wealthy. The first one is social media spending. Well, you're on social media, you're on whatever app. I won't even start naming apps. You're just on social media and you get these pop-up ads that tell you to buy this or buy that. And you know what you do? Because you just have to have it, not because you need it. You just buy this and buy that. And I estimate the average American is spending more than $1,000 a year just doing social media impulse spending. It's kind of replaced traditional impulse spending. Social media impulse spending. That's one thing that you're doing that's only making others wealthy. Another thing that you're doing that's making only others wealthy is over, you know, subscriptions to streaming apps. I mean, now I pay for one streaming service, Sling TV, okay? And then I take advantage of other free streaming apps, things like Tubi and Pluto and Zumo and others. But I know people that are easily, you know, when they start factoring in all of this plus and that plus and the Netflix and, you know, and the Peacock, and I could just go on and on and on. $150 a month or more on streaming apps, you're not making yourself wealthy. You're only making those companies wealthy. And some Americans are spending more than $2,000 in a year just streaming apps, from paying for initial subscriptions to premium subscriptions to, you know, oh, I got to see this movie that's in theaters right now. I'm going to pay $20 to watch it at home instead of just waiting for it to stream for free. That's a lot of money. That's not building wealth for you. That's only building wealth for those companies. The third thing that people are doing that's only making somebody else wealthy and will never make them wealthy is overspending on personal grooming. I mean, I understand, you know, you want to get fellas a haircut, you know, a shave. Ladies might want the latest hairstyle, but do you have to go every week? You know, or as often as you're going? Do you have to deal with someone like, you know, I think I pay my barber well when I get a haircut, about every 2 to 3 weeks. And I know men that say they spend like $100 on a haircut and then tip him another $20 on top of that. Number one, it's most people, it's not in their budget to do that, to spend that kind of money on a haircut, or ladies to go to a hair salon and spend three or $400, $500 on getting your hair done, and it's not going to last very long. That's only making someone else wealthy. That will never ever make you wealthy. So the third thing is overspending on personal grooming. The next thing that people just overspend on and only make others wealthy and will never make themselves wealthy is by taking trips that they can't afford. So they have to utilize those buy now, pay later apps. And they pay interest and all of this when they're only making, those companies more money or the hotels more money. Look, if you can't afford to go, maybe you just shouldn't go. How about that idea? Okay. Overspending on travel that you cannot afford. I want to hit one more thing. The last thing for this video that I'm going to talk about, that you'll never build wealth this way for yourself. You'll only build wealth for others, other companies and things like that, is, here I go with cars again. Car purchases that you truly just can't afford. If you had to get them to give you an 8-year note, I've actually seen people that have a 9-year car note. That's 108 months for a car. And it just doesn't make sense. You're never going to build wealth with that car. It's a very, very, very small percentage of cars, like classic vintage vehicles, that will ascend in value. All of the rest of the Mercedes and the BMWs and every other car brand I can throw out there, they're going to diminish in value. Taking out 7, 8, 9-year car loans, that's only building wealth for the finance company and the auto manufacturer that built the car. I'm not telling you not to have a car. I'm not even saying not to have a nice car. I drive an old car. I drive an old car that I paid cash for. I paid cash for it, and I'm on year number 6 with this old car. Year number 6 with this old car. And I'm going to try and hold out a little bit longer before I get another car, because I'm intentional with my financial moves, intentional in doing things that are helping me build wealth. There'll be a part 2 to this video that talks about things that you can do that are almost always going to build wealth for you, as opposed to building wealth for others and never building wealth for yourself. So that's part 2. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. And I'll see you soon in the next video. But until then, I'm out. Peace.